Before we get started, let's do a quick body language trick. If you're not in public, I just want you to stand up. Imagine that you have a cape shooting down your back, like Superman, and just walk around like if you were a superhero. Okay, now, did you feel a little different after doing this exercise? Did you feel more powerful, more in control, more confident? See, your body language and the way you feel go hand in hand. I mean, take a look at these two pictures. You can easily see who is happy and who is sad by simply looking at their body language. What is fascinating is that even before you experience an emotion, your body language needs to get there first, because you cannot feel sad or powerless with a powerful and happy body language. You might actually be able to sense how a person will be feeling before they do just by looking at their body language, because physiology comes before psychology. Now, this is very important for two main reasons. One, because if you become aware of your body language, you can actually identify whenever you are going down into a bad mood and snap yourself out of it. Try it. Whenever you catch yourself into a sad or powerless body language, do the cape trick and notice how instantly you begin feeling more powerful. The second reason is to pre-frame any interaction. Imagine walking into a room with this body language. How do you think people will perceive this person or behave whenever they interact with them? If they are nice, they'll probably try to cheer him up or bring him up to their level. If not so nice, they'll probably just ignore him. See, humans are very good at making quick judgments of others to assess their status level in comparison to theirs. Now, imagine walking into a room with this body language. Powerful, confident. Just by looking at your body language, people start making assumptions of who you are, how you feel, your energy level, your personality, and your status level compared to theirs. And most of it happens unconsciously. You create a first impression before you even talk to them. Your body language can help you pre-frame your interactions with people. Have you ever seen the movie Iron Man? Now, imagine that Tony Stark walks into the room. Even if no one knew who he was, he would soon have everyone paying attention to him due to his dominant body language. Now, how do we build a powerful high-status body language? The first thing to understand about high-status individuals is that high-status individuals always make themselves comfortable. They take up more space. They treat every environment like if it is their own. Imagine how you relax in your own house. You expand, you take up space, you make yourself comfortable, because it's your environment. In this next clip, notice how Robert Downey Jr. does this very thing while in an interview with Jimmy Kimmel.
Isn't he about any of the other guys that they brought in?
Everybody was good, and then there was just this other element of, like, you saw it, and I was there.
Yeah. It feels like the Spider-Man.
Okay. Notice when Robert got comfortable, Tom Holland, the actor who played Spider-Man, felt the need to also readjust his position too. Let's play it again.
Everybody was good, and then there was just this other element of, like, you saw it, and I was there.
Yeah. It feels like the Spider-Man.
See, when you naturally get yourself comfortable in any environment, you sort of give other people around you permission to be comfortable too. You create the environment for other people to follow. Now, there are 4 components that make up a strong body language, and one of my favorite ways to illustrate this is with the Iron Man suit, because it was designed by very smart movie makers to represent a powerful being, and it's just cool. The first component of a high-status body language is having an open versus closed body language. The distance between the right and left joints indicates how open or closed your body language is. Notice how Iron Man is fully expanded from the bottom to the top. His feet are shoulder length apart and he's fully upright. His chest is out and his shoulders are back. All while Mr. Bean has a very closed body language, starting from his knees all the way to his shoulders. The reason why Mr. Bean looks lower status is because closed and a small body language shows how much a person does not want to be noticed, a lack of confidence. A small and shrunken body language shows how much a person sees themselves compared to others. Iron Man, on the other hand, looks higher status because the open body language showcases the lack of fear. A person with an open body language shows that they feel great and are comfortable in their environment. They have no problem getting attention. The second component of a strong body language is being grounded versus being unstable. If you take notice, Iron Man's feet are positioned in a way that gives him stability, while Mr. Bean has his feet together where he can easily lose balance. When a person isn't grounded, they're more likely to float around the room and start fidgeting, which is a very low status trait. The third component of a strong body language is having slow and controlled movements. Everyone gets nervous at some point. Whether you are in a date or presenting your ideas to the board, it's normal to get nervous, but once you start fidgeting and losing control of your body, that's when things can go wrong. Like we mentioned before, you can have some control over the way you feel once you control your body. And a high status person keeps their movements slow and controlled. This not only helps them cope with that feeling of being nervous and actually helps them feel more confident, but also makes them look very comfortable, making the other person take them more seriously. The fourth component is your eye contact. You know what they say, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and there's a reason for that. We naturally communicate with our eyes. We don't have to say anything in order to communicate with someone else just with our eye contact. But our eye contact can say a lot about us too. For example, avoiding eye contact can indicate that we are nervous or uncomfortable in the situation. But by having a strong eye contact, we can show that we are interested and present when we interact with others. It can help you connect and makes you look unafraid. It can actually make the other person feel important because they feel that you are paying attention to them. Having a strong eye contact will naturally make you look and feel high status because when you make eye contact, you show that you are comfortable creating a connection with another person, making them comfortable with you. Now, to make eye contact, it's always a good idea to follow the 80-20 rule. You can make eye contact for 80% of the time and break contact for 20%. A good rule of thumb is to make contact for around 10 to 12 seconds at a time because anything longer than that can make eye contact too intense. Now, to have a good and relaxed eye contact, it is important to meet the other person at their own eye level. For example, if they're sitting down, it might be a good idea to sit down too. When you look down at someone, they might feel a little lack of control. When you look up at someone, they might feel more powerful. But when you meet them in the middle, you make eye contact very comfortable. Now, just for fun, take a look at these three pictures. From these three pictures, which one do you feel more comfortable with? I am guessing the middle one. Even though the eye level is the same, a head looking down gives the impression of insecurity or mischief because it seems like they are hiding something. A head looking up makes you feel like they are a little arrogant, kind of like they are judging you. The middle picture is very comfortable. It's just someone paying attention to you. Now, you can actually play around with these in a tongue-in-cheek way to create a playful vibe. But you can only do this if you created enough rapport with the other person. But that's a topic for another video. So, to recap, your body language comes before you experience the emotion. You can lead your emotions by modifying your body language. High-status individuals make themselves comfortable and take up more space. There are 4 components for having a strong body language, which are having an open body language, like Iron Man, being grounded, having slow and controlled movements, and making good eye contact. And with these, you're on your way of creating a high-status body language.